Word to your mother. It's Steve, it's Frags to Riches, and I'm back to give you my full review verdict of this. It is Burberry Brit Rhythm Intense. So, I should probably say from the off, I've never actually tried Burberry Brit Rhythm. I've gone straight in with the Intense version because I heard this has better performance. So, unfortunately, I can't give you a direct comparison to how it compares to the standard Burberry Brit Rhythm. There's quite a few reviews out there. From it sounds like this is a more intense version, and it does have better performance from the sound of things. But I just wanted to get that out there from the off in case that's what you're looking for. So from my first impressions video, you've probably noted that I really liked this, and I was really pleased with it. And I'm happy to say that nothing's really changed other than the fact that I like this even more than I did then, to be honest. I wore this since that first impressions video. I wore it for about 4 or 5 days straight, and I've thoroughly enjoyed wearing it. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed wearing it. I've worn it for work every day, and I've gone out in it in the evening. The only thing I will say is for my work, I don't work in an office with the same people every day. I'm out and about visiting clients and customers and things. So fortunately, I haven't got to worry too much about people kind of, getting sick of it or anything like that, because A Gentleman's Journey, Chad at A Gentleman's Journey did a review of this with his wife, and she said that she liked it, but she wouldn't like to smell it every day. So it couldn't be a signature scent, which I can see where she's coming from. I mean, I've really enjoyed wearing this every day personally, but yeah, fortunately I'm not in an office, so if I was, I would definitely change it up a bit, but I've kind of got that luxury because I've got just a few sort of fragrances in my collection, so it's probably not a signature scent as such, but I think it is so versatile that you could wear this regularly, as I sort of said. So I've really fallen for this fragrance. I'm really actually surprised. I'm really chuffed. I've gone on a sort of little journey with it. The only thing I will say is it is a fragrance. I think there was 3 kind of creators involved in this fragrance. I'm not going to kind of go into that too much because I want to keep this like relatable. But it does feel a little bit like this fragrance was designed by committee, because like when I'm going to tell you what the fragrance is like and how it is and what notes it has, it's going to just sound like I'm saying it's every type of fragrance and it ticks every box, and so it does feel like it's been designed by committee to do that, and in many respects it does do it. It has been quite successful. I mean, it's not an award winner, it's not a stonking, but I just really enjoy it. Just to give you a hint of what I'm talking about. So in the top it's got sage, pepper, bergamot, raspberry, which I did sort of detect a berry in it from the first video, and fig. So it opens up quite fresh, and I don't get the berry straight away, but it does come in sort of quite quickly. You might have noted from my first impressions video, it starts quite fresh, and then I sort of quite quickly started to get this sweetness coming through. That could be from the raspberry. There's also vanilla in the base, but yeah, so in the mids there's lavender, amber, basil, mint, patchouli, and then in the base there's a couple of different woods, vanilla and tonka, and leather. So it is like everything in a fragrance, because it does start out really quite fresh and almost citrusy from the bergamot. Then, as you noted in my first impressions video, the sweetness starts coming through, and you get some sweetness possibly from the raspberry, or maybe from, I don't know, the vanilla's in the base, but maybe the amber or something starts kind of sweetening it up. But then you get from the lavender in the mids, it starts becoming this sort of sweet powdery kind of vibe, which is kind of really nice, which I really enjoy. And then the woods start coming through, and it's got this kind of like quite nice manly woody base with leather as well. Some people sort of really say it's quite a leather scent. I don't get really heavy leather. For me, whenever there's a leather in a scent, I either get, it's all or nothing. Like ombre leather from Tom Ford, all I get is leather. I don't get any of the sort of berries or anything else in there. And this, I get a bit of the leather in the base, but with the woods, I don't necessarily think it's too leather heavy. But yeah, so that sort of concoction, just to try and summarise, so yeah, you get a fresh opening, it then starts sweetening up and comes powdery from the lavender, and then that sort of mixes in with this sort of woody, leathery base, and it just becomes a really sort of quite distinct, manly scent, which I really enjoy. As I say, I've really enjoyed wearing it. Yeah, I don't know what more to tell you really. Performance is quite good. If I'm honest, that's probably the only area I was a little bit disappointed, and that's not to say the performance is bad, because you will get 2 to 3 hours projection, which is quite good. But the longevity on my skin wasn't brilliant. It was okay. I got about 6 hours-ish, give or take. I mean, I put it on in the morning, and I could smell it when I got home from work. So that's kind of what you want. But my little top tip on this one is it definitely seems to last longer on clothes. So when I got home, I could still smell it, but it was barely sort of noticeable on my skin. It was more of a skin scent. But where I'd sprayed it on my shoulders, I could still smell it on my clothes. So that's a top tip. So if you want this to last longer, sort of spray it on. I actually even sprayed it on my bare shoulders, and then just from wearing a shirt or something, it kind of got onto the shirt, and I could still smell it at the end of the day. So yeah, I'd thoroughly recommend this. I don't know if I could recommend it as a blind buy because it is quite distinct. So you might not rate it, but from my first impression, I sort of thought this was a solid, manly scent. But now I've sort of been wearing it for a few days, I've really made me appreciate all that's gone into it. It's not, as I say, it's not an award winner. I don't think it's, probably as worth as much as the sum of all its parts because there's a lot in there. But I really like it, and I can really appreciate all the different aspects and elements that have gone into it, and I really enjoy it. And I think this is really versatile. I'm going to wear this for work quite a bit, and I have done. I've worn it out in the evening to sort of pub and the bar, not like a night out, but I really like this, and I'm well chuffed to have this in my collection, and I will probably get it again. In my first video, I said that I wasn't sure if I smelt it before buying it, would I have bought it? And now I can categorically say yes, I would. I probably would have got the 100ml for £22 that I said, actually, which I did get, because I really liked it. This is not like a solid panty dropper going out clubbing scent. This is a rock solid, everyday, versatile kind of vibe. I think I probably still prefer Burberry Touch, but I'm happy to have both in my collection. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of come back and report that. This is a fragrance designed by committee, but I think it's worked. It's not a raging, triumphant success award winner, but I think the committee have been unanimous and it was a success. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. So I would say give it a smell if you can. If not, go for the Intense. My other tip is to make sure you spray it on your clothes and you'll get some decent usage out of it. Don't know what more to say about that. You can see that I'm actually quite happy about it. So that's the thing. Sometimes when things go badly or wrong, it's more entertaining for you lovely people at home. But I just really like that, and I'm really chuffed with it. So I would definitely recommend it to give it a scent, to give it a sort of smell. Maybe smell it before you buy it, but I'm well chuffed, and I will categorically use this up. It's a great dumb reach, I think. So that's that. Thank you for watching as always. Thank you for all your comments and love. Please like the video and comment. Let me know what your favourite Burberry one is, Burberry scent. And do subscribe. I will, please subscribe. Tell people to subscribe. And thank you for watching. I love you all muchly. And I will hope to see you again soon. Much love.